I think you both bring up really valid points.
All right, Switzerland.
No,
Yes.
This is
Unity. I don't believe you. Whoa. Welcome to MTZBWY with you, America's most favorite MTG podcast. I'm, of course, joined by the king of the dad bod, Josh.
No. Josh has like a good bod. I've got the dad bod.
Josh is not true.
Josh is just starting the dad bod.
It jiggles when I wiggle, dude.
If your wife is just noticing it now, you are not the king of the dad bod.
The preface to this is I was told this week that I need to get on a diet. Well, in less words, that my tummy's getting a little big.
My wife.
Was that all of it? Was that all she said? I don't remember.
No, she also pointed out that she was back to her pre-baby weight, which was like a double kick. It was like a kick right in the nuts, followed up by another kick in the nuts.
If we could get an F in the chat or in the comment sections for Josh.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Chat for Josh.
Not off to a
I'm
great
also
start
joined
for
by
me.
the king of GamerGrove.gg.
No,
the man who abandoned Goblin Town, Louis DeGeorge.
I did not.
I think it's just Game Grove. It's not Gamer Grove. It's Game
I
Grove.
told him before, if you're going to make fun of the website, at least do it right so that people know the website. It is GameGrove.gg.
That's not how
Brothers of War is a great set.
And everyone, thank you for all your purchases last weekend. It was awesome to see people from around the country supporting the store. It was pretty cool. Yes, sir. Josh called me on Thursday night at like some ridiculous time of the night, and I was still at the shop, or I think it was Thursday night or Friday morning.
I called you both times.
Yeah,
because I wanted to be the first purchase.
He made me ring out him on like in the store with a physical card typed in to the point of sale.
Him the card. I made him hear the beep. Oh yeah.
What'd you order?
I don't even know. I don't remember. He tried to sell me a Baldur's Gate collector pack, and I said no, it's not happening.
It was a Dominaria remastered collector pack.
That's the one.
I think I still owe it to you.
I think I still no. I did pay you.
No, I know, but I think I still owe it to you.
Yeah,
open it on stream. Get it right now. Open on the podcast.
I don't have it. I have nothing here.
It's like the Dominaria United collector box. I'm never gonna get it.
You got
you owe me, but
no, that's fair. I do owe it to you. But
you owe me.
George agreed to ship it to
you
because
George I'm not calling your people. You call your people and handle that.
You need to talk to Tyler, not George.
I will text Tyler and tell him to send you a case.
Yeah,
George said.
Yeah, like if you're waiting for me to send out your product, it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute.
He watches the podcast. None of us have time for this. Hey, Tyler, send Josh a case.
This is the worst intro.
Send Josh a case.
Josh a Dominaria, whatever.
Remastered collector box.
I want those packs open first, Tyler.
Okay, let's tell everybody what we're talking about today. Now that we've ruined the podcast,
I was about to say we've lost all viewership.
It's fine. Complete bundles, dumpster magic, $400 set boxes, Lorcana's coming out in August. We're talking about my Cryptic event this weekend, the World Championship decks for Pokemon, and Collectacon for the MetaZoo. So let's hop right into it, everyone. Complete bundles. Who has opened one?
They are released. I just picked mine up, and they're not shrink wrapped on the outside.
Wait, really?
No, they're the all the bundles now are that little pull tab.
Oh, okay.
That was the first thing I noticed.
Which is really, I don't know any LGSs that accept returns. Do you guys know any? Like, if somebody brought back a bundle to me to return after they left store,
I'd be a little skeptical.
Unless I knew them, I would probably not take it back. Like, unless they were like, "Hey, I bought this for my kid," blah blah blah. Like, I might take that back, and I would probably just open it myself because I wouldn't trust it. But like,
I'm now speaking to all of Game Grow's employees. I'm returning that pack when you send it to me, just so you know.
I would never, ever take a return of a product that was closed when I sold it, then returned to me open. Are you kidding me?
I'm saying
just in general.
Just in general, because like Walmart is taking returns of the regular bundles and all this stuff. They're not supposed to, but they do, and like people just super glue the packaging back.
I would never take a return of anything.
I only do it for like grandmas. Harsh. Like if a grandma comes in and is like,
sorry, Granny. Get the walker back in the car and get in the car. It ain't happening here.
Jeez.
I feel like that's probably not true. I think George is probably
I'm never there. I have no clue.
You would definitely wouldn't be in the store.
December.
Tyler would be like, "Hey, Granny, get back in the car."
It's now March. I've been in my store once since December. I have no clue.
We're proud of you.
All right, but yeah. So they're. Did you open yours yet, Josh?
I have not yet. I'm planning a video for it. Did you open yours?
Lauren opened mine because my hands are like I can't do a box opening video right now. My hands are like completely. They're disgusting. They have like. They're like, you've washed your hands 18 times with like the Gojo and everything, and you still have like dirt in the pores. Never happens to you guys. I've been like working, building a store from the ground up.
You live so far in the sticks, you had to build the store?
No. But anyway, I can't do box openings. So Lauren did it.
Okay, how'd it go?
It was good. It was really cool.
This is the worst lead up ever to this conclusion, to this discussion. Continue.
I'm opening up another 4 so that I have draft plans in the new like inked oiled inked. Then I'm just gonna
so you want like a whole set of draft plans.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sell the rest and keep the draft plans because they are so cool. I've got some in the other room, but they are so cool. They just look awesome. They look unique and like they look everything what I want a like collector product to be. Like they feel good.
In not a collector product, but a complete product.
Yeah, like this is honestly like the warp foil thing that from collector packs.
Mm-hmm.
Like that takes me away from wanting those for long term. Like if I'm gonna make something like that, like I don't know, it just doesn't feel good. These feel really, really good. It's a good product.
I've heard a rumor that the oil slick foils, the cards, raised foils are always going to be like a little thicker because they're raised, but they're like noticeably thicker, and it could be a problem when it comes to shuffling them in decks.
I have heard they're noticeably thicker than the other cards as well.
They are sick. Have you noticed that they're noticeably thicker, and you could possibly be able to tell if you're like single sleeve or something?
I'm going to say it. I hate everybody who says this nonsense about every game on the face of the planet Earth. Like people need to chill. If you care that much about cheating, you're going to find a way to cheat. Like I have no doubt you can feel the different thickness in a foil versus a non-foil. Like, just don't do it. Just chill.
So, having held the cards, I don't think you would be able to like from the deck see a difference.
Okay.
Now, like as a tournament organizer, if somebody was like, "Hey, can you look at this deck?" and like you can see it or something like that, then maybe. But like, I honestly think like foil curl is a bigger issue than what you're seeing.
Yeah,
here.
Playing with foils when you're not double sleeved is probably a bigger issue. But I figure like most things, if you just double sleeve it up, you probably won't be able to tell a difference.
Yeah, and I think that's true. But like even double sleeve, sometimes like I have I just made that Pauper affinity foiled out deck, and I got the secret layer artifact lands, and those things like I have never once returned anything or on TCG Player sent a message to a seller and like, hey, this wasn't whatever. And this was the closest I've ever been. Like all of them, they were like complete. They were like almost half circles.
You were playing with a half pipe?
You bought a secret layer product from TCG Player.
I bought the singles from TCG Player. It's no longer available. They look sweet.
Yeah, why? I don't understand why that's a problem.
On top of them looking sweet,
he rants about secret layers all the time.
On top of them looking sweet, I also now know exactly where all my lands are in my deck, and I can completely cheat. Not just joking. I've got them like completely smashed down.
You just got canceled. Right now. Like you're done. You're done, son.
I'm just joking. But like when you could like really see them from the front, like before I got them flattened out, and like. I think that's a much like if you are upset about this being maybe a little bit thicker, and I don't even know if I would say that it really like I haven't done enough homework to it, but
like compared like let's say Josh is thick and normal person, where do the lands fall in that spectrum of like normal person to Josh?
These lands' wives have not told them to lose weight yet.
Got it.
Like
okay.
Yeah,
that helps. Thank you. I was wondering where they were.
It's gonna be a rough week for hometown TCG.
I can't see what's in your glass. That's the glass is brown.
What?
Your glass is brown. I thought you were drinking a brown beverage.
Oh yeah, this is my Bruins cup. Okay. Does anybody else want to say something about this? Because I have more things to talk about, but I feel like I'm the only one talking, so I want to back off a little bit.
No, so all in all, people are still pretty hyped about it. It's sold out at all the stores I tried to pick up a couple extra at. But was there another Amazon drop recently? Was there another Amazon availability?
And Distro is getting a small restock next week, is the rumor.
Okay.
But I want everybody to listen to Papa George here for a minute. It's going to be a small restock next week, from what I'm hearing. And I mean, like I'll be lucky if I get a couple cases small.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like small. I suspect this is just like, oh shoot, I forgot to send this pallet. So I mean, like, there's, the big question is, like, is there a reprint of this or not? We don't know that yet.
The unknown.
That's the question. Like, that's the only question that matters, right?
That is the only question that matters, and it's the most dangerous question to answer. Because, like,
I have no clue.
One of those answers wrecks the market.
I am in either way. I want y'all to know that. I'm in either way.
I think that, like, I don't know what wrecks the market. What does that mean to you, Josh?
It takes it back to the $80 normal.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I mean, listen, if they reprint it, it could go less than that. Could go way less than that.
I don't know if it goes less than that, but I think it punishes, just again, based on TCG player sales data, there is a large percentage of the community that purchased this product at above $80, and it wrecks that percentage.
So I guess this is a hot take for our podcast right now for some reason, but like,
you love when products are expensive and people can't afford cards.
No, like, I think this is a product that they should put another wave of. Like, if they're gonna pick a product, this is the one that they should put another wave out on. So, like, stores right now, any local game store can make an absolutely awesome profit on this. Mm-hmm. Whether your store is selling it at $80 a box, $95 a box.
Like you are.
Yeah, I'm at $95 a box in store. Everyone's ecstatic on that. Like, everywhere else online is either sold out or
I'm at 80 for your first one at Compete Sport. See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.
See y'all today.
Or they are $140 on TCG Player. Like,
right.
That's so, like, stores who, if you complain about this product as a store when they reprint this and it goes like below $80 at $74, $70, $60, whatever, then, like, that's your fault as a store. Like, you were greedy. You played a greedy game. I think if you pre-ordered this product at $145, $150, $200, whatever, I hope that you pre-ordered that because you want to open it on release and enjoy the cards early, and you know what you're getting into when you do that. Magic, historically, prices always drop down on singles and whatever. So if you pre-ordered this product early, I would recommend you keep the cards that you want. Like, for me, my personal stuff, like, I want a set of draft lands. Like, I'm willing to pay whatever the price is to, on Friday night this week, at our draft with the super cool Phyrexia lands. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, but I will sell all the other cards. I will sell all the other cards. I don't
all of them?
Yeah. I don't like the mythics. I don't think they look good. Like, it's a black background with an oil slick front. Like, it's just not different. Like, you can't really even see the art.
I like that you just used oil slick, which is still fairly unknown at this point, to describe the aesthetic of the oil slick.
Well, I just mean, like, it's black on black. Like, it's AC/DC album, right? Like, that was great in the 80s. I don't like it now. Like,
so we're talking about this from two different perspectives. You're talking about it from the store perspective. I was saying it wrecks the large portion of the community that spent more than 80, and with the idea that there probably isn't a reprint. Are we really that concerned about the fact that he doesn't like AC/DC?
Last week I dissed Lord of the Rings. This week, coming after you, AC/DC. What's the guy's name? Angus. What's
Mackenzie. Wait, no. Angus Young. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't remember.
This is AC/DC. That's a hot take.
I don't remember because you're not that great of a singer. I don't know. Is he the singer or the guitarist? I don't even know.
Wow.
We're also like, listen, I had ACDC CDs, but we're a little young for that. We're a little bit.
Not
We were
all
just
of us
right- we were
are.
right in the
Not
end.
all of us are.
The ones who are gonna, make it to the season 3 of this podcast.
That might be true.
No, I just think we're talking about it from two different perspectives. Listen, if you're a store and you're like holding out, and then this comes again, and you get screwed, I really have no sympathy for you, right? Get the product, sell the products. The margin for what stores are paying, even at 80, 75, is still pretty decent from what I know. So I sell the product, right? There's no reason to hold on to it. I'm talking about the people that buy it at 140. And listen, as much as you preach it from the hilltop, we don't know there will be another reprint. We've talked, most of the Magic community doesn't watch Magic content. They don't follow stuff like this. So they got no way of knowing that. And all of a sudden, when they see it at the store next week for 74, that's going to be a feels bad moment. That could happen.
I don't quite think it's going to be. I think this will be like Warhammer decks. Like,
I don't think it will be either. I'm saying if it was,
I think that the demand for this product is as high as the demand for Warhammer decks. We've already seen that Phyrexia was a way better set than I thought. I was gonna say anybody on this podcast, but I don't really remember your guys' takes on the set early on. But like, this set is flying everywhere. Every single product line of the set is successful and is working. And so like, why would this one not be the same? And I think the demand for this is going to be increasing. They are doing this now though. Like, this is now another product line. They're doing the same kind of idea with they're doing gift bundles for
They've always done gift bundles.
Not have they done them in the summer?
No, but I mean they've done gift bundles once a year. I mean, like,
right now they're doing gift bundles for the Lord of the Rings set
for twice. I mean, like, maybe that'll be the gift bundle for the year. Maybe it'll be twice a year. I mean, like, that's not a big change to me.
So I think we see. I think
this is a much better idea than gift bundles. I think gift bundles are kind of silly. I think this is a much better idea than gift bundles.
Like you're just right. It's a product that's lauded and wanted by the community with things inside it that are collectible and fun to have. That is also found in an affordable price range for most enthusiasts.
I'm going to put a caveat on what I just said. They could fix gift bundles with Lord of the Rings. Imagine if there's special Elvish lands, and the Elvish lands are only available in the gift bundle.
I want you to say that for every set that releases and say, imagine there's special, insert whatever you want.
I mean, like,
lands.
Listen, like, Lord of the Rings is like, I said this last week, like, Lord of the Rings is going to be wild because it's expensive. It's expensive. And like, I've had a lot of demand for it. I've had a lot of questions about it.
Can I make a hot take? You know, can I make a hot wish?
Let's do it, baby.
I want landscape lands in the Lord of the Rings set.
That is like an ice cold take. Everybody wants that.
Like,
everybody wants that.
We have never seen it. We've never seen lands that the artwork
put together, make a mosaic.
Tron Lands had it in Double Masters.
Nope, that's not landscape lands. This is a new thing. We've never had lands that when you tap the land sideways, the artwork is now correct. All of our lands in the history of Magic.
You're talking landscape printed.
Yeah.
Style. Okay.
All of our lands in the history of Magic, they are horizontal.
So what is it? Control players, like creatures, are constantly falling off their lands because they're perpetually untapped.
Yeah,
all the creatures hanging onto trees and islands, just trying to exist.
Take the Lord of the Rings. All the movies are landscape imagery. Give us landscape imagery.
Doubling down this week. I'm in. You must have gotten some comments last week. That's the only reason you doubled down that hard. It's just like the comment section. You were like, give me those comments. Help that algorithm.
While we're here, I would like to make I read a comment that made a lot of sense to me. Somebody said, well, one was really funny. Somebody said, "Oh, I know why Louis hates Lord of the Rings. He doesn't know how to read," which was just funny.
Wait, was that from somebody we both know? Did somebody we both know say that to you?
I don't know. Somebody read it to me. They didn't tell me who it was. Get it? Somebody read it to me.
Oh my god! Boo! Boo!
Okay, but then somebody else said, Lord of the Rings created all the fantasy RPG stuff, and like that is something that I did not give enough credit to. I want it to be known.
Is that true?
I mean, yeah, like D&D is kind of
It was
pretty much.
probably a pretty early fantasy world type thing.
It definitely brought it
IP.
into like it was definitely the first like big IP that talked about fantasy world building and whatever. And like
it was the first fantasies not just for nerds thing. It was like it was for everybody.
Yeah, and like I think that's my dislike for Lord of the Rings is 99.5% just the movies and the way that the movies were directed. Like I don't know. So I just wanted to say that. But anyway, I want to see lands that when you play them
54.
Yeah, but like D&D came out in 78, 79. So like you're 20 years ahead of
the next biggest.
Yeah, the next biggest IP
biggest fantasy.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess the other thing you could say is Arthurian legends. Like that's like Arthurian. Am I pronouncing that right? Like
that's sorcery. I don't know.
That's older than this, but yeah, Josh. Go ahead.
We are going way too deep. I was bringing it back to the cards in Lord of the Rings. I'm sticking by my second set of fetch lands in that set.
Oh, I'm with you. No. Commander Masters is going to have it.
No. Yeah. Nope. The fetch lands, Commander Master is going to have something different. Maybe shock lands. I think Commander Master might have shock lands.
No. Wait, if it's shock lands, I'm definitely in. That was my goat last year.
Yeah, shock lands. Shock lands.
Shock lands. Goat of 2022. Don't at me.
I have 4 5,000 box bulk bins of Infinity. Why do I have that? Who wants Infinity Vault?
Because you opened it for the shock lands and sold the only thing in the product that was worth anything.
Yeah, I have 20,000 cards worth of Infinity bulk.
I opened 1 box of Infinity and regretted it. Because most of the
I opened like 1 million and didn't regret it, so it's okay.
Complete bundles, I think it's a great product. I think it's a win. I agree with George.
It's affordable.
Don't FOMO in. I think George thinks the reprint's going to be small. I actually think it's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty large.
That's not what George said at all. George said the restock next week will be small. That was a fact. There could be a huge reprint coming in 2 weeks, and I have no clue.
Yeah,
I have no earthly idea. I know that the restock next week is going to be small.
I think
final hot take.
Yeah,
this product being delayed held up Phyrexia for this long. It kept us interested. It kept us coming back. It kept us talking about it. It had something to do with the products being so stable. 100%.
I disagree. 100%. I think the set was just good, and I think nobody really saw it coming. Like nobody really saw like a Traxa being a multi-format staple. There's
been decent sets before that haven't held up this well. This product being delayed is something that contributed to its success. Guaranteed.
I like it. All right, let's move on. Dumpster Magic. So $250,000 worth of Magic product was discovered in a landfall this weekend.
Landfill.
In a landfall.
It was not discovered in a trigger in some commander decks.
Wait, what's it called? No. The pictures are crazy. This is from MTG stocks. It's like legitimately insane.
Yeah.
The guy who found this, do you think he took it? Do we know?
He did not. He did not take it all. He made a post. He commented. He said, it's illegal to remove things from the landfill. I removed like some product, gave it to either a friend or a coworker whose kid played and gave it to his kid. And then he opened
the landfill. Have fun, kid.
He opened a pack and then showed like what was inside it. But from what he stated, now again, it's the internet, anyone can say anything. He stated he didn't take it.
So
since he took it.
The 30th anniversary cards were in there, allegedly.
There was one picture of a 30th anniversary card, I think, right?
Yeah, it's just like it's the back. I got it up on the
one picture. That's the only part of it.
What's the odds of this guy who doesn't know anything about Magic the Gathering taking a close-up picture of the back of a Magic 30th card?
Timeout.
What's the odds?
Timeout. Who said he doesn't know anything about Magic the Gathering? Listen, come on this. I said he claims. We come on this podcast every week and claim to know about Magic the Gathering. Look at some of our old takes. That might not be so great, right? He says he doesn't. It's the internet. you can say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, there's conspiracy theories with this one, and I love them.
I'm in. I'm in on the conspiracy theory on this.
All right, let's go. Josh, give us your favorite of the conspiracy theories.
My favorite is that it was a wizard's doing. That it was a wizard's going, we need to show that we're willing to take the bullet. And I mentioned like other games when they overprint, they won't bite the bullet. Wizards like, we'll do it. Modern Horizons 2 best-selling set, most printed set ever. You know what? We'll bite the bullet and put it in the dump and stage it and take pictures. And then, you know, put it on social media through someone who doesn't play Magic. And oh, you know what? We'll put a Magic 30th card in there too, just to build community confidence.
Which just happened to ship to LGSs this week. I got my tracking finally.
I'm assuming you hate the product enough that that's your Magic 30th pack in that. You said no, get it out of here.
I kind of like that take, honestly. Okay. It's Wizards take.
They did not go through all that effort for that. That is.
I kind of like. I kind of like.
Louis has never found a conspiracy he doesn't love. That's the problem.
It was Mark Rosewater's aunt that took the pictures.
No, I meant you had me. I was doubtful until that statement.
We got to get the Y-Files guy on this. He'll tell us what happened.
Dibs on being the fish.
Oh my gosh, we should make that video, Josh. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's the Magic 30th card that gets me.
It's the one Magic 30th card. The one Magic 30th card.
It's just a giant middle finger to the community.
There's nothing. The rest of it's believable. The one Magic 30th card is like, wait, what?
Yeah. All right, George. Is that it's a
some of it's Unfinity, some of it's Modern Horizons 2, I believe. So George, Unfinity bulk stocks going up, some of it's destroyed.
I'm in.
Look at that.
God.
Look at that.
I mean, like, listen. So I'm gonna leave the Magic 30th card aside. I have a feeling that's
Are you leaving it aside because they put it aside to stage at the
you
scene?
Think it's what?
I think it's weird. Like, I'm skeptical of the theory.
We got a skeptic.
Okay. I'm skeptical of the 30th. I will remind everybody that like this is like not remarkably uncommon that like if you like if they ship you something LTL and you don't accept it, it can end up in a landfill given enough time. The reason I'm skeptical of the Magic 30th card is because it would not have been enough time, most likely. So like this could have happened purely by accident. Some store could have ordered it closed and then it gets dumped. That's not like that happens. Like that's
such a lame take. It's
I mean, like it's I know it's not like I know it's not Mark Rosewater's aunts planted a bunch of Modern Horizons 2 in a cornfield and hoped some stranger would find it, but like my story might seem a little bit more plausible to some people. Not everybody.
The one I used in the video was about you without saying your name. It's a store, because at the time it was all Modern Horizons 2, and it was like, oh, a store bought all this Modern Horizons 2, realized it was worth more in a dump on camera than it was in their store, and then brought it over there themselves.
I am going down with the ship on Modern Horizons 2, and I will admit to you all, the ship is taking on water.
George, is this your Modern Horizons 2?
Is it taking on garbage because you dumped it at a landfill, George?
I have so much Modern Horizons 2. It's like astounding.
George, that's my favorite conspiracy theory.
I bought more Modern Horizons 2 draft this week. I bought more Moho 2 draft.
It was Modern Horizons 2 draft. You bought it and you put it in the dumpster.
Really? I thought it was
yes.
No, it's
draft.
It's
Louis. We got him.
Really?
No, it's neither. It's draft.
It's the 3-pack, like big box store draft packs.
Oh, then I'm almost certainly right. This was meant to go to a big box store. There was a shipping error, and they ended up in the landfill. No, impossible.
No,
Mark Rosewater staged it.
Somebody already claimed to be from Wizards and claimed that it was water damaged product that was thrown away because it was water damaged.
Just like the person who claimed to know nothing about Magic.
An alien came down and sprinkled some stuff on it, and that made it poisonous to anybody who touched it. And that's why it ended up in the landfill.
You can't say what you just said though, George, and then not come back to the Magic 30th card? Because that's where it just doesn't make sense. And the Magic 30th card is there. I'm
leaving that aside because I think that's a little weird.
Staged. It's a conspiracy.
Okay, let's change the topic now from conspiracy to let's play the game of, is Wizards dumping excess product? And is that a good thing? Does that mean that they are transitioning their attitude about their overprinting? They said on the fireside chat, we didn't overprint anything. Let's play the game.
This is so flawed. So we're assuming this in the dump is Wizards. And if so, is this a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I went all in on 3-pack Modern Horizons 2 draft packs this week.
I think this is a great thing because, like, the alien that sprinkled the death powder on it, I want that nowhere near me or my store. I think it's very good they got rid of that alien death powder.
I think
it's a great thing.
I think Wizards is running out of ideas. So with a landfill is probably pretty fertile soil. They're planting Modern Horizons 2 to try to come up with Modern Horizons 3.
I'm in.
So this is where they need to come out with like some sort of promo card, like talking about this, or like some sort of artwork that looks exactly like the photo somehow.
It could be Lord of the Rings. It could be landscape.
It could be in a secret. That secret layer would sell out.
Secret layer, like landfall edition, and it's like all landfall cards that are landfill with like the same, like they pay whoever took the pictures, they paid it to use the pictures.
What a great way to reprint a Waste. The colorless land, Waste. What a great way to reprint Waste.
And it's secret layer, so you can sell 5 Waste for $30. You can sell them for $6.
Wizards, and then you can buy them on TCG Player.
If you just want to put a May the Zoo be with you stamp on that card, just give us the credit where it's due.
I also want MVP Sports on there so we can get them to give us that sweet, juicy offer.
Yeah,
of sponsorship.
Yeah, this was wild. This was a fun one though. Like it was.
This
fun.
was the most fun video I've had in a while.
So like brought the community together.
So I told everybody I'm booked solid this week and leave me alone. This was like the only thing everybody sent me.
Yeah. The comments are great. It's cheaper to throw it away than to try to sell it.
Yep.
It's great. All right, let's move on. We don't have any hot takes on that. All right, $400 set boxes.
I said they planted it to make Modern Horizons.
It's like they're planting it in the dumpster, and you're like, no hot take. We all know that's
any
true.
Actual takes. $400 set boxes. Is this just contributing to the dumpster fire, or is this a good thing?
There's no chance this is a good thing. I take a positive angle on almost everything. And this is the first time since probably Magic 30 that I've been vehemently negative on a product. I hate the price on this product, regardless of what's in the box. I don't care.
Are you going to buy one?
No.
Are you lying to me right now?
No. First of all, the entire audience of this podcast knows I'm not the biggest Commander fan in the world anyway.
That's true. That's
true.
But
I would have. But no.
So I had a lovely employee of mine call and tell me the customers are upset about the price of the booster box. And I asked my lovely employee to ask them one simple question: are they going to buy it? And what do you think they almost universally said?
Yes.
Of course. This is going to sell well. People are going to be angry about it. Maybe the YouTube trifecta will gather back around and all do the same ranting and raving like they did on Magic 30. I'll hear the same nonsense of how they'll never come back. This is the moment. This is the moment we're all going to come back together and everything's going to zero and it's all so terrible. And then a lot of people will buy it and they'll be happy with it. And everybody who hated it will move on in a couple of weeks like a fat man predicted.
I didn't know if that was another fat man shot at me or if you're.
That was me. That was a sub shot.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Louis.
So George is typical here.
It's an episode of May the Zoo be with you. Welcome.
He's not he's not wrong. Like the community did forget about. I really believe the community pretty much forgot about Magic 30.
Who would have guessed?
I do also think that I don't like this. Some of that credit I think goes to Wizards. They certainly delayed the Magic 30th boxes going to LGSs. Like it's been way longer than it should have been for this.
Magic's 31.
Yeah, and like they did a good job. Their marketing team, their PR team did a good job of being like, hey, those 1,000, whatever it is, 6,000, 7,000 Magic 30th boxes you guys have, don't send those to stores. Like they did a good job of delaying the product so that the market didn't collapse on it. And now we'll see what happened. I mean, the Magic 30th boxes, I'm pulling them right now.
The point part is that nobody cares anymore. If it goes down to $50, nobody cares anymore.
But nobody cares because frankly, nobody cares because nobody on YouTube can make any comments about it because boxes are at above the $1,000 price point. You can't say it was a bad decision to buy it. I mean, a box sold for $1,820, a box sold for $1,300. That's this week. Like you can't do that but George, like they didn't release it. Now we will see if people come back to it and if the market collapses on it.
If you bought it to sell it and you have not already sold it, you need to look inward, my friend.
Yeah.
Like if you bought it to make money and you have not already sold it, you fumbled. You fumbled. I'm sorry, boss.
So, George, you're selling set boxes in your store for $400 a box.
I have no earthly idea. I don't even know I have not looked at my cost since last week's episode. I don't remember it.
Okay.
So, just to touch on the Magic 30 thing, Louis, I think Wizards deserves a lot of credit for things that are actually going pretty well right now. I think one of us predicted that Wizards is going to start getting print runs right sooner or later, and I think we see them trending in that direction. Yeah. So I think, I get
Wait, we both said that.
Sure. Come on my back, George. Come along for the ride. It's fine. But I think what gets the better credit here for Magic 30 not being, I guess, as impactful as we thought it would be is the same reason why banger sets, amazing sets aren't as impactful as maybe we want them to, or, we can't hold on to them as long. And it's that release cycle. There's pros and cons, right? And Magic has built this into their business model where when something tanks, listen, we're on to the next thing. And by 1, 2, 3 releases later, you're not thinking about it because you're inundated with new product all the time. But my big problem, more so than Magic 30, right? Because, not real cards, whatever it was, but with this product is I've always viewed, and my data, the big data project, man, that I have been busting my hump has shown that set boxes are the product of the community. They're essentially the middle of the road product for every person that George has opened my eyes to the fact that people just want to buy these and just crack packs. They like the euphoria of just opening these packs. And this product does two things, in my opinion. It puts an unreasonably high price tag on a product that it has an opportunity to prey on the largest and probably most involved community in Magic the Gathering right now, the Commander community. So it seems like they're kind of going into that well in a predatory negative fashion. And the second thing that it does is it prices out the every person. It prices out the every player. It doesn't matter if the value of this box is $600. You can't have that feeling unless you have $400 in your pocket ready to spend, regardless of what you open. I don't like it. Why is the set box the most expensive product? The product that's supposed to be for everyone is $400 freaking. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, like to draft this for Commander, to draft this, you will be paying about $40 minimum to draft it.
For the just to be clear, for the draft packs.
Right. I'm saying to me, like the set pack is not the minimum, the lowest entry.
It's a master set. It's a master set.
That's fine. The set box could be reasonably priced in a master set.
Like master sets are expensive. That is the deal with master sets. Like that's it. The reprints. There'll be reprints. You don't like it? Buy the cheap version.
Make the collector product. But that's what this is supposed to be.
There isn't a cheap version.
George, it's supposed to be the cheap version.
We don't know what cards are in there. There's going to be reprints. The reprints could be cheaper than this.
That doesn't matter.
So you're saying to buy single? No, hold on. You're saying to buy single?
Yeah, buy the singles. You don't want to buy the box price.
Yes. If the argument is buy singles, then nothing that we're talking about the sealed box
Like
matters.
if you can't afford $400 for a box, you buy singles. This isn't rocket science.
But my point is, people should be able to open the box at less than $400. Yes, you're right. If you can't afford $400, buy singles. You're 100% correct. But we have something called a collector box. And if you're going to price your community out and offer some premium, expensive baller version of something, put it there.
They clearly don't think they're pricing their community out. And I don't think they are either. I'll be honest. I think this set is going to sell very, very, very well. I think this set will sell well.
It probably will, but as
then, like, what's the problem? If people want it at that price, why couldn't Wizards charge it?
Because there will be people who can't afford it at that price. As someone,
but that's always true. That's true at $100. That's true at $20.
But it's much more attainable at $100. At $110, it's a much more attainable goal.
Like, if somebody can't afford a $100 box, Josh, I got news for you. Like, so I think a box would be $5.
And those people are priced out. You're right. But there's significantly fewer people than are priced out at
maybe. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, listen, like, if there's prices that, like, if Wizards thinks that this is the price that they can get the most value at, they're going to charge it. It's a Masters set.
That's not my argument. Isn't that Wizards think they can get the most value here?
Like, and I will say it again. Like, people are going to want these boxes. People are going to want these boxes.
Want them.
Yeah, they're going to sell.
A higher proportion of people that want the boxes than normal will not be able to get them.
I think this will sell very, very well.
So,
I think this will sell stunningly well.
The battle of the classes between you two is just beautiful. That's great.
Oh, it's all love, baby.
Reprint the reserve list.
I love how it's the opposite there. Like, it just switches.
Yeah.
Just whoop. I think you both bring up really valid points.
All right, Switzerland.
No,
yes.
This is
unity.
This is where I think that I think George is just right. Is like a lot of people said this about Double Masters the first go around, and like Double Masters did fine. Like, it lowered the price of singles for those who need it. I remember not being what was in Double Masters, the swords, Sword of Truth and Justice, Sword of whatever. I think Stoneforge Mystic was in there. It was a super expensive card. It was, for me at the time, a card I couldn't purchase, or I wouldn't purchase. And then Double Masters came out, and like, it lowered the price of singles. That's what it did. That's what the Master Set did. People bought it to chase the variants and to chase the full art version, and it lowered the price of the common card. And so I think George is right in that. I think
that's not my argument, though. That's what frustrated me this whole time. Is I'm not saying it won't sell. I'm not saying people won't. I say there would be a disproportionate number of people who would normally be able to afford and purchase a collector box that are now priced out. It still will sell well because it's the most popular format. It's a product printed directly into the most popular format in the game. I'm just saying there's a portion of that community, which is larger than normal, that will not be able to experience a product, which is a set box, which is normally experienceable by a large portion of the community.
I think your fight is valid. I think you're fighting the wrong box. I think you should be saying exactly what you're saying towards the draft experience. Draft boxes are expensive. The draft, everyone's talking.
Draft are $262 right now.
Right,
draft.
Right.
Yes.
And
you don't think $100 premium for set would make some sense here?
No, we don't see $100 premium for set boxes anywhere else.
Well, it's also not. It's $140 premium, George. It's not $100.
We're assuming it'll be at $400. I think it'll be at $360. Like, it'll be in that ballpark. We don't know what our call. We don't know exactly.
Last week you said you would. I think it's going to go up on release.
I think it's going to be 500. I absolutely think it'll be 500.
It will not be 500. I think everyone is talking about $400 set boxes. What people aren't talking about is $275 draft boxes. That's like, I'm doing the rough math in my head. Like, looking at our costs, that's about what the ratio will be.
But even $120 premium on a set box.
Right, listen though, but
There
like
could be
your
box toppers.
argument is that they can't enjoy the experience. There is no built-in experience in opening a set box. That is a like
There
that,
is though,
but
and the
like that
community
is.
showed us that
But
there
what
is.
George is saying is accurate, Josh. Like if you are priced out at $400, you probably priced out at $300. To be honest with you, like it's not like a $100 difference in that is what is keeping somebody from opening a box. I think the bigger thing is the experience. If you want to go to a pre-release of this, if you want to enjoy this set with your friends and with your community, it's gonna be a $40 to $50 experience. Like it's going to be an expensive draft experience. And if you compare that to like, I guess it's a little different than like Baldur's Gate, but like this is where the extremity of these products I think comes into plays, because again, in my opinion, Magic has forgot the gathering and has left out people. When packs were $4 and every pack, it didn't matter what was in the box, it was $4. The first master set, George, was only like $2 more. It wasn't a 3 times more expensive experience. I think that is the issue, and I would like to see them do things to make a community experience like drafting accessible for everyone, and then have a set box that has a list slot with whatever you want to throw in the list slot, and it's amazing, and it has a collector box or 4 packs or whatever. Like, I don't care about that. I care about like the community side of this and not pricing out people who just want to be at their LGS and playing on pre-release.
Sure, but I would still argue that $40-$50 being a percentage greater than your normal pre-release is still vastly more attainable, especially when you target, again, the widest community in Magic the Gathering. Until the jump from $115 set box to a $400 set box, it's insane. I don't care about the value in the box. It does nothing for me. Like it doesn't matter. You can look at the box; it could have $1 million in it. If you can't put together $400, it won't make a difference.
Josh, like some people can't afford to put together $100 for the box. Like, at what point do you just be like, some people can't afford?
You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. But vastly more people can put together $100 and afford it than can put together $400.
Josh, I don't like. Maybe this is an expensive hobby. Like if buying boxes is your shtick versus playing Magic is your shtick, right? If you just want to play Magic, you can do that for relatively cheap. If buying and opening and cracking packs is your thing, you have picked an expensive hobby.
And there has
like,
been
I have customers who buy a collector box or 2 every week. That's really, really expensive.
Yeah, those are ballers.
Yeah, listen, but that's true for every single product. It's true for every game, every set. Oh, if you really care, if you really want to squeeze every nickel out of your Magic playing experience, the hell are you doing buying boxes? Nobody thinks that's a good bet. Go buy your singles. This is for people who want to open packs.
But the set box has been there at a more affordable price range. And listen,
more affordable compared to what?
If you're going to argue that $115 is not more affordable than $400,
that's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing more affordable than what? You keep saying it's more affordable. More affordable than what? Than collector boxes?
Than $400.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Okay, yep, you're right. $115 is less than $400. I'll concede that.
And it is. So people can open packs and have that experience. There's a wider range of people that can have that. Now there is not as wide of a range of people that can have that.
Masters products are not meant for every customer.
But
hold on. All right, let me ask a question then.
Is certainly not meant for you. You don't even play Commander.
Yes.
This is not meant for you.
Let me ask you this then. Maybe this is something we can potentially find some common ground between you two on.
We both already agreed with Switzerland in a coward's not taking a real position. We both already agreed on that.
I didn't do that. I think it's too expensive for I think the draft box is my point though. Like, I don't understand what Josh. Hold on, let me finish.
Let me finish.
I don't understand why Josh. What do you want the set box to be at? It has to be more than the draft box.
Yes, it has to be more.
It can't come down. The draft. I mean, the draft box is going to be almost $300 box. So what do you want the set box to be? You want the
$100 premium is too much, and we talked it being $140. So again, we have what our set boxes are normally what a $20 premium, 20% more is generally what your set box is because you pay that premium.
360 is cool, 400 outrageous.
Probably 350 would be better. Yes. Yeah, it would be better for a premium product.
Wait,
I'd still think it's
wait. So you're arguing that there's You're arguing there's a huge difference in people that can afford a $400 box versus a $350 box.
As I was saying, I'd still think it's too much, but it's a step in the right direction.
Okay, let me ask you guys the question I was going to ask.
And apparently, according to you, it's a $500 box.
I think it will be. I think
the
demand for this is going to be outrageous.
That's $150 off.
So let me ask you this. Does this product need a set box?
It's apparently it does. Apparently needs a $400 set box.
If you have $250 to spend on Magic, are you going to go and buy a 4-pack collector box? Are you going to splurge to buy the draft box, which is what a lot of people did with Double Masters, is they didn't buy the 4-pack collector box and instead they bought the draft packs because they thought they were going to get more mythics
chances at regular hits. Yeah,
I don't think they actually worked that way, but that's what people thought on release. And then, or would you go to did this need a set box? Does Master's product? This is the first Master product with a set box. I come to the place of I think Double Masters draft box fit the bill for the people who wanted to open packs and have an experience, and that worked as a set box. I don't think that Masters products need set boxes.
You might be onto something because the draft box is guaranteed foil and 2 to 4 rares per pack, right?
Right.
So you could probably get that fixed there. You could eliminate the set box.
2 foils in Double Masters.
No, I'm talking about this set box.
Yeah.
Commander
you're
Masters.
wrong. You're wrong for 2 magical words. The list. I think that the list for this box is going to be bananas, and the list
speculation.
But like I said, I think that I thought was code for speculation. I think the list on this is going to be insane.
Hot take.
And if people love the list, I'll be honest. And when we first started the podcast, I was a doubter of the list. I'm a believer.
If they don't break the reserve list on this list,
oh baby, please do it. Oh baby.
They will
at
not.
least then it's worth being a $400 set box.
Can I finish my sentence? If they don't break the reserve list on this list slot, they won't break the reserve list.
Yeah, you had me the first half.
This is their opportunity to, if they believe that, I'm not advocating for this, but if they believe, no, because this is why you're wrong. The reason that they would do this is that they've seen the list slot not affect the value of cards. So they can in their mind, they can reprint reserve list cards in the list slot and show that reprinting the reserve list doesn't affect reserve list cards.
I don't think reserve list affects the price them. I don't think that the list, not the reserve list, the list of in set boxes affects reprints very much.
It doesn't. I opened
I don't think it does.
I opened a what's the Nykthos land?
Nykthos.
Yeah, Nykthos. Am I pronouncing? Yeah, I opened that the other day I opened a Kaldheim box because somebody had traded in and I bought a deck for them, and one of the cards didn't show up and it was from Kaldheim, and he came in to pick up the cards. It's oh, I'm 1 card short. He really wanted to play it, so I was well, let's crack open a Kaldheim set box, see if we can get one. We got the card he needed, and then I also pulled the Nykthos. So I went to list the Nykthos, and it was worth more. The list card at the time was worth more than the Journey to Nyx print of it, and I was
really?
That's insane. It's just absolutely insane. And what it shows is the list slot doesn't really have a negative. So that was when I started thinking oh my gosh, if they reprinted reserve list cards in the list slot, is that, I don't know. I'm not advocating for it. I think if you're the reason to advocate for reprinting the reserve list would be to lower the value of cards, and that's not going to do it. So anyway, I don't know. I don't think the set needs set boxes. That's my take.
That's the most interesting take on it I've heard. That's especially with the draft box or draft packs being so chock full 2 to 4 rares of foil. You probably
I'm
go
all
with
on the
it.
list. The list is gonna be bananas. Going on right now. List is.
Yeah, I've had the different experience with the list than you guys have. Most people I've talked to about the list are pretty indifferent about the thing. So that's
The list has gotten better in the last 18 months.
that's fair. That's fair.
The
It
list
is
when it first came out,
significantly better. Was weak.
when it was pretty bad. Like the
was
list
weak.
is like sometimes your best pull in the box. Like pretty
Oh
often.
sure, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
All right. Let's move away from Magic to Lorcana in August. So George, international distributor leaked rate.
German distributor dropped the T. Dropped the Lorcana T.
Can we call this a Scooby or not? No.
Well, it's on the internet, so of course it is.
Yeah.
It was on Facebook.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. So like, like of course it's Scooby. It's on Facebook.
Audience heard it here first. Somebody else may have heard it somewhere else.
Yeah,
Not a
that's
big
all
deal.
right. That's
You
all
heard
right.
it here first, everyone.
Yeah.
If you heard it somewhere else, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. It said August 18th is going to be the proposed release date, I think. Is that what I said?
Huh. That's right when Magic Commander Master set comes out.
No. Is it?
August 4th.
4th. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, no. Hold on. Make sure I'm right about the date. Oh, God. Please tell me I'm wrong.
$4 set box, by the way.
August 18th. 18 Augustus is the words
Now,
they
is that
in the release.
What is it releasing simultaneously in Germany and United States?
I'm assuming that they are competent.
Okay. Wow.
I'm not saying other games aren't. I'm assuming they are.
So you think the game's going to release at the same time? I mean, that's
They
pretty
could
common.
be. I know that you think it could be like 18 months late, and that's okay with you. But like, I think it will release on August 18th.
That's a pretty common thing, though, to release in the U.S. for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the stuff gets over to Europe, though, isn't it?
I don't think
USA.
so.
That
USA.
happens for like a lot of products and things. No, am I just making that up?
I can't confirm or deny.
I don't know what you're
I
even
have
thinking.
no
Like,
idea.
What products and
What
things
are you
are you
I don't
talking?
talking
Give us an
about?
example.
I just
Like, what products and things?
I feel like that's been. I guess just in TCGs, like
what
that-
TCGs?
MetaZoo. They have a MetaZoo. It didn't get over to
Is that on
Europe for a while.
purpose?
That was like a shipping
On
thing. That like, it was,
purpose.
like they didn't say a worldwide release.
Okay. Whatever.
Suez Canal.
Listen,
Listen.
Canal.
Like I agree. Some things and products probably do ship here first. I will agree with you, Louis. I want you to know that. I got your back on.
I guess as an American, I just assumed everyone's like 2 or 3 weeks behind us. You know what I mean? Like,
Only in freedom. Caw-caw!
okay, moving on from the USA. So Lorcana in August.
Wow. This releasing 2 weeks after Commander Masters is literally the worst thing I've ever heard from my checking account. This is literally the worst thing.
Month.
I'm like gonna be broke as a joke in August, and then not broke as a joke in August.
But wait a minute. What if Commander Masters comes out, sells like hotcakes, and then you can use that to foot the bill for Lorcana?
Something tells me Distro will want their money a little bit before the 18th if I were a betting man
Why?
today.
What? No.
I prepay. I prepay.
I think that's a good release date. That's sooner than I thought the game was going to come out this year.
Well, again, it's give or take 18 months.
I thought
gotta be
I thought
patient.
it would be looking. I thought it would be looking like for a Christmas release, like that kind of thing, like towards the end of. So are they going to have another set come out then? I mean, that's
yeah, absolutely. They're doing 4 sets a year in like a million languages.
so they'll have a set in August and then a set in like November.
That's my gut.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
gonna
the rumor.
be-
So we're on the.
That's gonna be hot.
Like almost like a real TCG.
That's gonna be hot
It's like a real grown-up TCG. It's like amazing.
for kids, for children.
Like Pokemon.
Pokemon.
No. That's only the geezers play Pokemon. That's a good point, Louis. That's their target demographic.
Oh, the new Pokemon! I can't wait to talk about the Pokemon decks.
Like
Something to talk
Lorcana is continuing to do a lot of things right, which
listen.
like shocking.
So far, so good.
Yeah,
I would have guessed.
I was
When
wrong.
are you eating the chicken wing? When are you eating the chicken wing?
When are you eating ice
When is
cold
it
chicken?
happening?
I've eaten enough crow on the podcast.
You have not eaten real crow like I did, basically.
Lorcana is. I mean, they're making the right moves. They're doing the right things. My main hang up for Lorcana was always the print run, and like that's what we'll see if they figure out and if they can like enter into the market correctly is the print run.
I don't know. I expect this thing to be. George and I have talked about it offline before. I expect first wave is going to be, because is it confirmed to be wave printed, or is that still speculation?
Well, they have not confirmed wave printing, but they said that they won't market as first printing, so that's a pretty
kind of okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good hint.
Okay, so if they do wave printing, I expect the first wave to hit the market and everyone go crazy.
Yes.
But I think when second wave hits, there will be some people who be like, "Oh, there's way too much of this stuff." Yeah, I think absolutely. that feeling 100% will happen.
I think so too.
But like it goes wide, man. Disney goes super wide. Having extra of this stuff around, probably not the worst thing in the world. You don't have like a tiny group you're marketing to. Like you can sell Disney stuff to anyone.
They can also get around this with like buy a box promos. Like there's things they can do to get around like wave printing being a big issue. Like do a
what
like yeah.
What if they offer your store a unique promo to sell the product?
I don't have a YouTube channel. I can't do that. I'm sorry. That's how I get buy a box promos. I'm sorry, Josh. That's my bad.
You let me down, George.
I know. Louis has no idea what to say. That was good. Oh,
I love you, Louis.
Oh, the crow.
I still feel
hurt.
That's the face of defeat.
I have
That's
to say,
the face of defeat.
In order for this to be a success, they will need to have very deep pockets, and they will.
Yeah,
like,
Ravensburger and Disney will need to have deep pockets.
So if I knew how closely connected Disney was to this, I would probably be.
Ravensburger has very deep pockets if Disney doesn't do a thing.
But like so did Fantasy Flight. Like Fantasy Flight completely screwed up the Star Wars IP and the Star Wars trading card games and the Star Wars that kind of thing. They certainly have deep pockets and a huge following and like history of.
They didn't lose
that.
That game didn't flop because of the not deep pockets. Like deep pockets has nothing to do with this.
I completely disagree. Like I'm pretty sure it flopped because they say it wasn't lucrative enough for them.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, it wasn't selling enough.
Of not having
this game has to sell. Like if the game doesn't sell, it's going to flop. Like that seems obvious to me.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a very hot take.
I think that I guess my fear for Lorcana is that they are overestimating the TCG demand. Like that amazing graph that we saw.
The uncited graph from Wikipedia that had some very obvious errors on it. Yes, what about it, Louis?
The sales like for Pokemon compared merchandise to trading card game to like other sales things. It's
on
like
your very obviously fake chart. I believe Disney was number 2 with no trading cards. Is that correct?
Right, but like my point is that this is a trading card. Like Ravensburger is only making money off of the trading card game, and so like
we don't know that. First of all, let's be very specific here. There could be Lorcana merch, which would not shock me.
Yeah, I guess
this is a good candidate for merch. But Louis, you mentioned something, and I want to know. I'm going to ask you a question. I want to know which you think is better. You said you don't know how involved Disney is, right? And having big companies pushing something to try to make a buck, or maybe having them not involved. One could be better, one could be worse. Would you prefer if Disney was hyper involved in overseeing the project, or more absentee and letting Ravensburger just handle everything?
Like I
Which
think
one would you prefer?
If you came to me and somebody was like, "Hey, look, like Disney is doing the marketing for this. Like the Disney marketing team has free reign to make this a success, and we're going to see this." Like if my daughter stops watching Bluey for 5 minutes, which she won't, but if she stops watching Bluey for 5 minutes and it pops up a Disney Lorcana trading card game, and my daughter sees what looks to be a Pokemon card but with Mickey on it, it's game over for me. All my money's going towards Lorcana. Like that's gonna happen. But like if she never sees that, if it never gets in front of her, I am, but hypothetically in this scenario, I'm not a customer.
Have you ever seen a Pokemon trading card game commercial?
I saw a lot of them when I was a child. It was plastered
Have
all
you seen
over.
any like in the last 5 years, 10 years? I don't think they've done them in 10 years.
Dude, I'm doing a video this week, Josh, which is me reacting to the 1990s and 2000s Magic the Gathering commercials.
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
So excited about. But like, okay, a perfect example for this, George. Like in Nintendo Power magazines for months, they had a promo card. This was before the TCG launched. They had a promo card, an actual physical Pokemon card that got in the hands of kids before they ever got to purchase a game. That is why Pokemon is successful today, was because of the amount of money that the Pokemon company and Nintendo put into advertising to kids like a tobacco company in the 90s. Like that is why it's successful today.
I agree with you that we could bring back tobacco cards. If that's where you're going with this, I am in.
Lorcana
I am in.
and cigarette
I want a
packs.
Honus
Oh,
Wagner
God.
Mickey card. I'm in.
But you talked your way out of my question. Hold on. You talked your way out of my question. My question was, do you want Disney hyper involved?
Yeah,
not just,
you can't answer
hey,
that.
not just, hey, I'm going to help with the marketing. No. If they're going to put all that effort to marketing, in my scenario, they're also like overseers on every portion of the process and maybe getting in Ravensburger's way.
Yeah,
or
like, I get
less
that.
involved.
I get that. Like, I think the caveat to that is like solving things takes a lot longer if you're a bigger company. Like we've seen Magic try to move their giant boat with Hasbro and like the way that it hurts. Like I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know a ton about Disney and Hasbro. Like I sold all my Disney stock to buy a different TCG one time. And
womp, womp. Are you telling me I can sell my Disney stock?
I think Disney IP,
Lorcana.
the gameplay here matters so little, it's so inconsequential that I'd rather have Disney be.
I think that's true in the short run. I think that's true in the short run.
Getting it going, yes.
I think like in the long run, gameplay is going to matter a lot. It doesn't. I don't think it can be a Pokemon. I think it has to be like people have to play this game with the LG.
It has to be passable. It doesn't have to be the best gameplay experience you've ever had.
That I agree with.
But it's totally got to be passable.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah,
like, I mean, we've now seen a lot of cards, and we've now seen a lot of cards, and like it does look like it does. I mean, it looks good. Like it's it's yeah.
So
this podcast could be wild that week.
What do you compare Lorcana to? What is there? I understand that Lorcana is going to take from all the trading card games. I agree with that. I think that's true.
Well,
is it a thing that do you think that this replaces Pokemon for people?
Define replaces.
Like, do you think there are people who love Pokemon, who collect Pokemon, who Lorcana is going to come out and they're Disney fans and they're going to be like, well, this scratches the exact same itch that Pokemon did? Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think what Pokemon...
Let me walk that back. There will be some. It will be a very small number.
Yeah, that's not their main demographic.
I mean, like, what I do think... here's my takeaway, right? So, like, I was stunned by a graph that now has, like, you look at the largest TCGs in the last quarter, it was Magic by a mile, then Pokemon, then Yu-Gi-Oh!, then who was fourth? One Piece.
Oh, and the most
One
recent
Piece
sales
was
today,
fourth.
yeah.
Lorcana needs to be number 4. Like,
it darn well better
if
be.
Lorcana's not number 4 and One Piece isn't number 5, something hit, like, I'm wrong and it's over.
Yeah.
Like, Lorcana, and like, let me be very clear here. I think it should be making a play for number 3. Number 1 and 2 are gone. Like, you are like number 1 and number 2 are completely safe. I have given up on anything that will ever compete with Magic. I'm sorry to everybody who ever had that dream. It's dead. It's over. You can bury it in a ditch.
Trading card games will die before something actually competes with Magic.
That's my honest belief now. Like, a couple games had a shot. They blew it. Welcome to the big leagues. So, like, number 1 and 2 are completely safe.
That's where I disagree.
Okay,
nobody had a shot.
Like,
I think we thought somebody had a shot. I think we might have been wrong.
Shot.
And like, like, Lorcana needs to be competing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Lorcana needs to be in Yu-Gi-Oh! Level sales by year 3.
Which, like, listen, like, I think that's doable. If they are,
I think it's completely doable.
Yeah.
But the game, but it goes back to what Josh said, right? The game has to be passable, and it goes back to what you said. They have to know how to run the business.
Yeah. They have to be. I don't think the question is, do they do that by year 3? I think the question is, can they continue to do that year 3 and beyond? I think it's
once the lusters wore off.
It's pretty easy for Disney IP, whatever, to come out with a game that sells more packs than Yu-Gi-Oh next year. That seems like honestly an easy. I don't know.
I mean, listen, like that'll be quite a feat. Like nobody's ever done that.
Listen,
if that's your definition, if it fails because it's number 3 or number 4, like I think maybe you need to look inward, my friend.
Shout out to the one commenter that keeps asking us to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, and Louis just tapped out. Louis just like, I'm out.
I just sent in 6 Yu-Gi-Oh cards to get graded yesterday. So, yeah.
When does that reprint set come out? I ordered a couple cases. Is it already out?
I don't know. Okay, let's move on. We gotta go. This is getting long. We're at an hour and 10 minutes. We've been doing better, but this episode we've been all over the place.
George and I shouted at each other for a good 30.
Yeah, it was great. The whole time I was laughing. I was just like, yeah, it was good. Cryptic event. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time here. I just wanted to hype up. If you're watching this on Friday, tomorrow, tune in. We will be streaming the entire event, the whole thing on the channel. Super stoked for it. Tanner's flying out. Chumley's going to be here. We are full. I think by here we'll be full. 48 people. We may be able to squeeze more than that. We'll have to look at the rounds, but it's gonna be super exciting, and I'm stoked. Like I can't wait to talk to people who I've been talking to on Discord about the game and trading with. And I just got my my green text Orpheus. I just wanted to show this off. I got my green text Orpheus, and the Orpheus promo's coming. I'm super stoked. Like,
do you guys hear that?
What?
George, it sounds like there's a new sheriff in town, buddy.
We're doing the week after. Don't worry, boys.
Biggest and best cryptic event in the United States, George. It sounds like there's a new sheriff in town. New sheriff in town.
Let's see how his event goes first. He got Chumley in there. He's rigging. He's stacking the deck.
New sheriff in town.
We had 45 people registered before I learned that Chumley was registered.
That I believe. And also, Wave 2 pre-orders seem to be open for stores at crypticpreorders.com, I believe is the website. Let me pull it up.
Wait, what?
Cryptic. Yeah, he announced it today. It's how the stores can pre-order if they're not with Southern.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Can I pre-order more boxes?
You can. They also have special buy-a-box promos that you can only get from crypticpreorders.com. And if you're a store, you have to be a store. Yeah. This is only for our lovely LGS people. Go to crypticpreorders.com and you can pre-order your boxes there if you're not with Southern.
That's great.
Or if you are and you want to support.
That's awesome. That's a great way to get people involved, like stores who don't have Southern. Like, yeah, I mean, that's huge. That's why I don't have One Piece. Like, I was gonna order One Piece, and I'm not at whatever the One Piece distro is, and I was like, I'm not setting up an entire.
I'm not doing this. It's not worth it.
And I can't, and like I can't set up an entire account, and I'm not gonna get any allocation anyway. So
bingo.
I'm just not gonna do it.
You missed that month of the 4th most popular sales.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, super stoked on Cryptic. We are gonna start having some pretty regular. We're gonna start streaming my Cryptic events weekly from the store, because we're gonna start doing Monday night. We're gonna start streaming Pauper. Friday night we're gonna stream Friday Night Magic. Wednesday night we may stream some Commander. I've got guys in the stores who are like excited to do commentary. Like it's gonna be like a whole community based thing for our community. They're just all excited.
Outsourcing your channel now. That's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be super fun.
Might get better.
Definitely will get better.
Yeah.
I like your channel.
But yeah. All right. Let's follow through with the World Champ deck. Let's skip that.
You earlier this podcast. Listen, I'm excited to talk about that.
One of us has a hard cut at 10 o'clock, and we're getting awfully close to that. So World Championship decks we'll talk next week on the podcast, because it would also give us some more time to talk about the Pokemon Trading Card Classic decks that were spoiled too, which look even cooler than this. And I've actually...
They can do that because there's not a reserve list. Continue, Louis.
Yeah. All right, let's finish up with Collectacon. MetaZoo was at Collectacon. I know Cryptic was at Collectacon. I was sad.
You see the line for the MetaZoo promos?
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
God. I remember standing in that line last year.
I did too. Remember they like, Mike, help me, brother.
Yeah.
Give me a cut pass. And
he did not.
He did not. I just stand in that line.
And neither did Ted.
No. Man, like, It's funny because like I don't know, like MetaZoo seems to like really dominate Collectacon.
Oh yeah.
And it's like I don't know how you like I find it like I find it weird because I wonder if there was like there's a way to like make that more digital. Because like I can't go to all these Collectacons. I was in Chicago and Boston this week. I couldn't go. I would have loved the promo. Like I wonder if there's a way to like digitize that better.
I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I think that's the thing. Like you got to go to the event. Like, like I think that's the like I had FOMO this weekend because like I said, like
there's a shock. You had FOMO. Like I said, I had FOMO this weekend, and every other day I've been.
I loved Collectacon, and I actually like wanted to go back this year and do like a really cool. I had like a really cool video idea. I'm not even gonna say it because I want somebody to steal it.
It's a catch 'em all idea.
I hate you. Yeah, so I was gonna try to catch all the Pokemon with my daughter at the Collectacon. So like start at Bulbasaur and like run through all 151 original Pokemon. Like we had to buy them at the booth, and like it would have been so much fun. Like I was super excited about that, but like if I didn't do that and instead I got some promo from online, like I think that's a loss. I think you gotta be able to go there.
That's fair.
Like
I just want promos. Okay, to be honest, I just want the promo. The line was crazy.
Just hit different. There's something every time you look at that card, you just think about that event. Like there's something different about event promos.
Yeah. I think that Collectacon is turning into like I saw all these like YouTubers that were like it's turning into a bigger event than it was even like last year. Like it's definitely gaining a lot of traction in the community. I think that's like the TCG. This is the stuff that TCG industry needs is things like this. That like
yes.
It's becoming the battleground for new TCGs, I would say, right? Like this is where, like, if you're a new TCG, if you're not Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, you best be at Collectacon.
So was Lorcana there?
They will be when they have a game.
Oh,
they have boxes, and so it's like 18 months from August 18th. They'll be there.
Lorcana wasn't. They were just like reprinting their promo cards that they gave out at D30,
D23.
Wouldn't have happened if they had a reserve list.
Yeah.
That is on the art's on the reserve list for the D23 stuff. The foiling is.
Lorcana has a reserve list.
Well, they're not allowed to reprint that foiling with that card. Apparently,
I like art reserve lists. I'm a big fan
reserve
of
list.
you know what? Like I don't like any reserve list, but if you're gonna do a reserve list, art is the best reserve list to have.
Yeah,
I stopped listening at Lorcana has a reserve list. Goated.
I'm in. Screw it. Fine. You win. I'm in.
So I think we should do a Collectacon like maybe next year or the year after. We should try to like the three of us.
We'll plan it for 2 years from now. I'm in. It'll be great.
Schedule it.
All right. 2025. We're coming for you, Collectacon. Get ready.
If I keep gaining weight, I might not make it. My heart will give.
Josh just rolls there.
Just roll in sideways.
All right.
They had the large Mothman again, right?
Of course it did.
I love inflatables.
We are mortal enemies all episode. I can't stand inflatables.
I got the axe from our business bureau because I was gonna buy a whatever it is, 100-foot, whatever the height is. I don't remember what it is. A 40-foot inflatable Pikachu. It's only like $1,100 shipped from Alibaba for like 30-foot.
You bought it from Alibaba. It was a Pokechow. It wasn't a Pikachu, dude.
For like a massive.
You did not tell me what's coming from Alibaba.
That is not a P. That is going to come up. It's going to be green. The smile's going to be a frown.
You can keep everything from China at once. It'll be great. You can help other people too.
Yeah.
My God, the horse is dead. Leave it alone.
You can buy the. I had no idea it was coming from Alibaba.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Wouldn't it be awesome if I had a Pikachu on my roof of my shop, like a light up Pikachu?
Oh, it wasn't for your house?
On fire. You know that, right? That was going to catch on fire.
Well, I mean, it's already out of the building then.
No, that's 100% catching on fire.
You think?
100. Oh, I guarantee it.
I guess it's good that they didn't let me do it then, because I was going to do it.
I'm glad they telling me
I
you say Alibaba Pikachu?
I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, I'd pay $2,000 for an inflatable Pikachu, but I was like, there's no way I could get an inflatable Pikachu that big for $2,000.
Remember the blingy Pikachu that they had at Collectacon? It was my favorite thing in the world.
I
my
bet
favorite thing in the world.
One. I bet you it's the same one. They just
There
put a
is
chain on it.
no way Collectacon went to Alibaba.com. It was like, give me the fattest Pikachu you got.
I don't know, man. Like, I think you're giving Collectacon, like, I think they would do that. Why not?
Inflatables for game store openings work. I went to a game store opening. Shout out Dennis and Treasure Hoard Games when they had theirs, and they had a wacky inflatable waving tube man out front. And it was awesome.
It's got to be it's got to
no,
be a
this thing.
No,
I don't know. The tube man was pretty great, dude.
Could be Gengars.
Oh my god!
Or
I wanted to put
Hunters.
a gold chain on the Mothman in the MetaZoo. I want the bling.
Just for so everyone knows, it wasn't a gold chain. It was the chain that was like keeping it grounded, but it was like around the. It was pretty cool though.
It wasn't like bling.
George took a photo. George took a photo in front of it every single morning.
Every morning. I loved it so much.
It was pretty obnoxious, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm like rolling
get a
in with
gold
George.
chain to match.
I'm like rolling in with George at 7 a.m. to shoot a podcast, and like he makes me stop and take a picture of him. I'm like holding.
True.
Of course, George is walking with nothing in his arms.
Yeah.
I've got like my computer and my cameras.
You
and our
bring everything.
microphones.
It's not my fault. I brought my laptop. That's what I need to do the podcast.
And then he's like, "Can you take a selfie or a picture in front of me?" I was like, "Just take a selfie." He was like, "I don't know how to do that."
Oh, do a selfie? Am I a wizard?
Oh man, Collectacon, we're sorry we missed you. We wish we were there, but
I've never been to it.
We'll see you in 2025.
but we won't be there next year probably. Next year's our cruise. We're doing a MTZBWY with you cruise. No.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in.
I am never the one you have to convince to do a cruise ever.
Speedo only episode.
I'm in.
I could be on a speedo right now.
We will have very different views. We will. That will be the premium episode
on our OnlyFans.
Why are the cameras under the table?
Goodbye, everyone. This is over. This is over. Josh, you don't have to actually say it. You can just leave something for the imagination for the viewer, man.
No, describe it, Josh. Describe it. Don't listen to Louie. Describe it.
No,
Give me the deep.
There once was a cold day in mid-November.
All right, everyone. This has been the podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you didn't enjoy it, I would just go ahead and unsubscribe because that's what happens. It's going to be the same thing next week. This is what
Blingy Q. I love Blingy Q.
You can follow Josh over at Hometown TCG.
Alibaba Q.
Go watch his content.
Do they have inflatable Charizards?
I don't know.
I don't have anything from Alibaba on my channel, so it's admittedly less entertaining.
God,
this is everything back here is Alibaba.
Nothing will randomly explode in my videos.
I want to get you an inflatable from Alibaba and just see what happens.
You should. I will put it everywhere. It'd be awesome. Anyway, so make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment with your favorite moment from this episode or the thing you disagreed with the most. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on the stream for Cryptic. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and may the zoo be with you.
And also with you,
and also with you.
And also with Chunky Q.